Hello everyone, I'm in Bali, Indonesia. We arrived at our hotel in Ubud last night, but it was pretty late, so we just went across the street to a restaurant, ate a little something, and came right back and slept. Ubud Palace is about a 25-minute walk from Preti Homestay where we are staying. The architecture looks so intricate and so interesting. I'm really excited to see it. From there, we want to walk over to the monkey forest. I'm actually terrified of monkeys, but I'm really excited to see them from a safe distance. Lastly, we are going to try to visit Tagalalang rice terraces. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Between the incredible culture and the beautiful natural beauty I've seen online, I am so ready to go. Let's go to Ubud Palace. Ubud Palace was so lovely. It was very small, so we didn't stay long, but it was still beautiful nonetheless. We then walked to the monkey forest. We could tell we were getting close when we started seeing monkeys on power lines. They were so cute. However, one stole my water bottle out of my tote bag, took the cap off, and drank the whole thing. I was terrified, but honestly pretty fascinated. Here he is. The monkeys were so fun to watch, and the forest itself was magnificent. I wish my camera could capture how incredible and tall these trees were and the piece of leaves falling from the wind above. It was such a wonderful place. We then took a taxi to the beautiful Tagalalang rice terraces to explore a while before having dinner at Taman Dadari. Taman Dadari was beautiful. The restaurant had these huge sculptures overlooking a vast canopy of trees. They also had a small art gallery with very beautiful Balinese works, which I adored, of course. It started raining before we left for our hotel, so we waited until it let up to get some rest and get ready for one of my favorite days of the whole trip. Good morning. It is day 2 in Indonesia. We will be visiting some waterfalls in northern Bali today, along with Ulun Danu Beratan Temple. It is this beautiful Hindu temple on Lake Bataan. It has these beautiful gardens and beautiful mountain views, and I find it very interesting that there's a Buddhist stupa in the gardens outside of the Hindu temple as well. We hired a driver for the day to take my mom and I around to all these magnificent places, and it only costed us about $70. So I'm really excited. It should be really interesting to see all of that. So I'm going to go eat my magnificent free breakfast and we'll head out. Nungnung waterfall was one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. The waterfall mist against the lush jungle, rushing water, and lovely streams was truly incredible. It felt like it connected me to some fantasy land. It was truly so magical. I could have stayed in this place forever. The temple was very busy but very gorgeous. The tall structures with lily pads and flowers surrounding them were so pretty. Also, although I didn't get much of it on video, I've seen a lot of frog symbolism throughout these temples, and I looked it up and they represent transformation and reincarnation in Hinduism. And I thought that was a really fun fact as someone who just loves frogs. On our way to the Banyumala twin waterfalls, we passed by some monkeys frolicking about, and even though they still terrify me, they are so cool. As we entered the pathway to the waterfalls, we were greeted with hydrangea farms. These are my favorite flowers in existence, and they use them for Hindu offerings. We then walked down the steps to the several beautiful waterfalls. We only planned on visiting the temple and the 2 waterfalls on this day, but our incredible driver wanted to show us around more, so he took us to Jatulue rice terraces. There were vast rice fields, many banana trees, and beautiful greenery. By now, after walking down and then up 500 steps to Nungnung waterfall and a 20-minute trek to and from Banyumala waterfalls, my feet were feeling a little rough, but this adorable dog led us through these fields to get us to the end of the trail. It was so sweet and peaceful. Our driver then brought us to Tanah Temple as our last stop, just in time for sunset. It was such a beautiful time to go. The temple was gorgeous, and the rock formations mixed with the crashing waves and the tide pools gave an otherworldly feel. It was beautiful sitting down watching the sunset over the temple and watching others hold their loved ones as they marveled at the sky. It made me feel the depth of the human experience. Some people stared at the sky or the water or the temple, some played in the ocean, others praised gods on their pilgrimages, and others fished. It was beautiful watching all of these lives unfold before my eyes in such a wonderful place under a beautiful setting sun and rising moon. After the sun fully set, we left the temple, and our driver dropped us off at Saraswati Temple, where we ended our night watching a Balinese dance while eating a wonderful dinner.